Alright, so today on Random Repairs, I'm helping my brother and working on his '05 Silverado. A couple years ago, we swapped in a 5.3. That has nothing to do with this issue. The issue we're dealing with is it keeps going into reduced engine power while you're driving for no apparent reason. And after a bunch of searching and everything, replaced the fuel pump, that wasn't it. I noticed a rubbed wire on the green side of the PCM wire. It's right there. Can't really see it. But then we went to take it off. The blue side, it's soaked in oil. So we're going to take apart the PCM and see if we can't clean it off and see what we can get to go back together. Basically, the symptoms were wouldn't always crank up, would lose communication and die, acting like a cam sensor. Wasn't the cam sensor, not the wiring going to that or nothing. It would go into reduced engine power while driving and stall constantly. That's what we were running into, so now we're looking at the PCM. Alright, so now that we got it out, you can see it's actually marked green 41, and on the other side, it's marked blue other stuff, numbers and all that stuff. There's the oil, but you can see we got oil on the blue side, lower. It travels all the way up to the upper. We're going to open this up, see if we can't clean it out. It's just held together with four. They look like T25 or T30. Yeah. I'm getting some air coming over here so that we have air to blow it off before we open it up. Alrighty, so we got all the screws out. I'm going to give you to Gabe so he can film while I'm taking it apart. Have my trusty pocket knife we're going to be very careful with. And those were 4 T25s. Be careful when you're putting it back together. If you do this, do not over tighten. Okay, so that just popped up.
So far there's no oil inside there.
No oil there. Looks like we have some more T25s. They're going to go on that. So they stay clean. Okay, it's not the T25.
Sorry to be a
T20.
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 Alright.
These aren't very tight, but they're definitely set. So we're going to be very careful when putting it back together. I don't know if you noticed, but this screw is actually bent.
Oh.
Walking weird. So I don't think we're the first ones in here.
Blame it on the last guy.
Not going to. I can't tell if it's bent or if it was just cross-threaded. Okay, so what I'm noticing is that they have very specific spots. So we'll try and place these roughly where they were. This one's also kind of like that. Walking out kind of wonky. I'm seeing some corrosion on that board underneath the head. Doesn't seem very hard. It looks like short screws in the corner, long screws on the sides. And yes, if this was mine, I'd be using an impact to make it go faster, but it's not mine.
From my experience, I just tend to use just a normal drill, so I can use the clutch on it and just set it the clutch to something light, so I don't do anything stupid.
Which taking it apart's not normally an issue.
It's going back together.
So now we got that all loose. Just using this to gently pry. Okay. So the whole thing came out. We got the rubber silicone gasket. Flip it over. It doesn't look like it got very far. No oil in here, at least.
Yeah, that's good. At least it could just be dirt.
Try blowing this off. Try to get it cleaned up and see what we can get. What I'm looking at is actually the upper part, and there's no oil going through. Yeah. Yeah, it looks all dry. So we're just gonna blow this off with compressed air, slap it back together. I may just try cleaning it out with compressed air and seeing how the truck reacts. So, yes. As I suspected, there's really nothing coming out of here. Go put that away.
Yeah, I suspect it shouldn't be that bad.
Yeah. So, looks all good. It's very dry on the inside, which is very, very good.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna try slipping it back together.
Figured out the issue. Put a computer in the engine.
I'm using my thumbs to press it down. And it should. Trying not to press on anything that might be a circuit. The other thing I'm looking at is any corrosion along any of these little fuses or relays or whatever the heck they are. Looks good. So now we go back together. I'm going to treat this like a wheel, and we're going to go in a star pattern, putting it back together. Probably not going to film that just because it's boring.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so the PCM is back together. I'm going to use compressed air to clean it out because I don't have electrical contact cleaner. This is just to test. If it works, then I will get that and clean it all up and make it perfect. Sorry. We'll make it perfect. Again, we're just using compressed air, so we shouldn't be hurting anything. Alright, so it's as clean as I can get it. Right now, we're getting the socket to put it all back together. I am going to get some electrical contact cleaner. Right now, this is just proof of concept to see if it works. If it does, then, well, I'm still going to do it anyway. I'm going to get electrical contact cleaner and some liquid tape because I noticed a rub on one of the wires for the green harness. I am going to be rerouting the ground thingy and all that, make sure it's out of the way. So, yeah. Alright, so I sent him off down the driveway to test it out. Just proof of concept. Before, what it was doing is we'd get about halfway down the driveway and there's a hill that you got to climb back up. And you go to climb back up it and it would go into reduced power mode. Now we're seeing if it still does that. And when he gets back, I'll have an answer. Just so everybody knows, the reason that I am suspecting PCM issues is because of what it was doing. It was acting like it was losing communication. When I pulled the blue plug off, it was full of oil. I'm hoping that that was the issue. Again, this is all just hoping. I don't have the proper scan tools. I'm just diagnosing with my fingers.